Hi, Viner community. It's Mike here, and I think I just follow a trend that's going around at the moment, and that's to combine two threads. The first one is Brian, Embryonic Robot, and his thread was 10 songs that I hate, basically. And the second one, a bit more positive, it's from Physical Format Rock and Roll, that's Gary, and his was 5 overplayed songs that I still really like. So I thought I'd turn it on its head a little bit, make it a little bit more positive. So I'll do 5 songs that I really don't like and 10 overplayed songs that I really do like. So we'll start with the negative stuff, shall we? And first up will be a band that, although I like the first album, I just can't get on with anything they did since, and that's Dire Straits. And I really think that Money for Nothing is possibly a candidate for the worst song ever written. I just can't get on with that song. I know a lot of people love it, but I don't. All I can say, it's an ideal song for Mark Knopfler's monotone vocal delivery, but you know, if I don't hear that song again, it will be too soon. Next up, Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer, and it's, you know, it's so overplayed, it's so cliched, it's just not for me. Third up, Queen, and there's lots of candidates for Queen songs I really don't like, but I think We Will Rock You. It's just one of those, you know, stadium rock songs. You know, get the audience to clap along, and it'll be fantastic, and everyone will have a lovely time. Well, you know, count me out. So that's number 3. And another song from 1994, and it's Wet, 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 and Love Is All Around. I've got nothing against the Troggs version, that's fine. But why did Wet, Wet, Wet have to do this? It's taken from god-awful film, 4 Weddings and a Funeral, and it just hung about in the charts in the UK for just so many weeks, and it was just about as welcome as a fart in a spacesuit, quite honestly. It just did nothing for me. It was dreadful, unnecessary, completely unnecessary rehash of a perfectly good single. So there you go. And the 5th one, sadly, it's a band from Leeds that, you know, the guys really let the side down. And it's these guys, Kaiser Chiefs, and the song in question is I Predict a Riot. I didn't really like it much initially, but it was played and played and played and overplayed, and yeah, it just did nothing for me. So that's 5 songs that I really don't like. So let's get on to the positive stuff, shall we? And this is 10 songs that are overplayed that I really like. And the first one is a fantastic song from Madness, from Rise and Fall, and it's Our House. And it's just such a joyful song. Suggsy singing about, you know, his wonderful childhood, Our House, you know, and it's just such a lovely song, and you hear it everywhere. You know, it's used in adverts. It's so often you hear it, but I'll never get tired of it. So, The Brilliant Madness and Our House. Another song, a guy who I'm not really terribly keen on, although I love this album, and the song in question is Perfect Day. Again, Perfect Day has been overplayed and overplayed. The BBC did a version of it with all sorts of people singing the song, and it wasn't great. But Lou Reed's version is absolutely fantastic, and you know, again, I don't think I'll get tired of hearing it. So it's Perfect Day from Lou Reed. Next up, a bit of punk, and even people who don't like punk, I think they know this. Sex Pistols, God Save the Queen, banned by the BBC, absolutely brilliant bit of punk, and I love it. So Johnny Rotten, Sex Pistols, God Save the Queen. That's next one. And going back a bit further, song on this album, Deep Purple, Machine Head, and it's Smoke on the Water. I mean, as soon as I hear that opening riff, I'm sold on it. Again, I've heard that song hundreds of times. Gets played on the radio quite a lot still, and yeah, I love it. So it's Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple. And another single, Ian Dury and the Blockheads, Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick. There's so much of Ian Dury that I really love, but this song, I'm pretty certain it was his biggest single. You still hear it so often, but I love it. Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick, Ian Dury and the Blockheads. Going back to the 60s, it's Kinks. So this is Something Else by the Kinks, and the track in question is Waterloo Sunset. In my opinion, just about the perfect pop song. Absolutely lovely. It's just so evocative of the times, late 60s. Brilliant. Waterloo Sunset, the Kinks. Next up, Soft Cell, and this is Non-Stop Erotic Cabaret. And again, the track on here is their first big single, which was Tainted Love, and it's a lovely song. Never get tired of it. So that's Soft Cell, Tainted Love. And next, it's a Christmas song. It's the Pogues, Fairy Tale of New York. Probably the second best Christmas song of all time, because Merry Christmas Everybody by Slade has been giving us joy in the UK every single year since 1973, and long may that continue. But this is a great song. So you've got the Pogues, and of course the female vocals are done by the late great Kirsty MacColl. So Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues, another fantastic record. I couldn't do a list of my favourite overplayed songs without including a bit of David Bowie. There's so many songs I could have chosen. Mike PC31, he chose Life on Mars, which again, one of my all-time favourite records. I never get tired of that. But the one I've gone for on Aladdin Sane, and it's Driving Saturday. And that's it, David Bowie. But as I say, there's so many early 70s David Bowie songs that I still love, and I'm happy to hear time and time again. And finally, it's Lynyrd Skynyrd, and this is obviously it's pronounced Lynyrd Skynyrd, and the song on here, of course, is Free Bird. And again, I love that song. I don't care if people say it's a bit of cliched sort of rock and roll, but I love it. I absolutely love this song. So Free Bird by Lynyrd Skynyrd. That's my 10th and final song that's overplayed, but I really love. So I hope you enjoy that, and it's good fun. So have a go yourself. It's really good fun doing these threads. So until next time, see you later. Bye.